3 ways to make people like you. Have you ever wondered if you know every principle that can make people like you instantly? What if the next morning you wake up and in any conversation, people pay more attention and respect to you? What if your phone is constantly ringing with high elite social circle groups and asking you to hang out with them? Well, all these things can be possible if you mastered these 3 principles that I'm about to discuss in this video. Number 1. Become genuinely interested in other people. A hen has to lay eggs, a cow has to give milk, a canary has to sing. But a dog makes his living by giving you nothing but love. A dog doesn't have to read a book on how to win friends. He knows that by giving genuine interest of love, he can win hearts over. Let me ask you a question. When you see a photograph that you are in, whose picture do you look for first? People are generally more interested in themselves than anyone else. One of the quotes from the book says, "You can make more friends in 2 months by becoming genuinely interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you." Alfred Adler, the famous Finnish psychologist, wrote a book entitled "What Life Should Mean to You." In that book he says, it is the individual who is not interested in his fellow men who has the greatest difficulties in life and provides greatest injury to others. It is from among such individuals that all human failure springs. If you want to make real friends, let's put ourselves out to do things for other people that require time, energy, and unselfishness. So remember, if you want other people to like you, if you want to develop real friendship, you have to become genuinely interested in other people. Number 2. Smile. A simple way to make good first impression is to smile. After studying the personality of highly successful people, one thing that they know than most people, the power of your smile. Think about a baby's smile, how it tends to draw people towards the baby. It is the baby's characteristic that is funny and playful, that is expressed through his smile, and is so charismatic in its own way. According to Professor James Callan, a psychologist at the University of Michigan, said that people who smile tend to manage, teach, and sell more effectively and live more happy relationships as well. When CEOs, investors, and entrepreneurs were asked to smile, not only they were making more money, but also their relationship seems more fulfilling. But what if you don't like to smile? Then what? 2 things. First, force yourself to smile. If you're alone, force yourself to whistle or hum, tune, or sing. Act as if you are already happy. According to psychologists, action seems to follow feeling, but really, action and feeling go together. By regulating the action, which is under more direct control of the will. According to the ancient Chinese, a man without smiling face must not open a shop. Your smile is a messenger of your goodwill. Your smile brightens the lives of all who see it. That's the value a smile has. It's not only opening your mouth and showing teeth, it's about sharing positive feeling with others. Number 3. If you don't do this, you are ahead for trouble. Andrew Carnegie, he was called the Steel King, yet he himself knows little about the manufacture of steel. Then what is the reason for his success? He knew the art of handling people, and this is what made him rich. By the time he was 10, he discovered the importance people place on their own name. When he was a boy back in Scotland, he got hold of a rabbit. A mother rabbit praised her. He soon had a whole nest of little rabbits and nothing to feed them, but he had a brilliant idea. He told the boys and girls in the neighborhood that if they would go out and pull enough cloves and dandelions to feed the rabbits, he would name the bunnies in their honor. The plan worked like magic, and Carnegie never forget it. Years later, he made millions by using the same psychology in business. For example, he wanted to sell steel rails to the Pennsylvania Railroad. George Edgar Thompson was the president of the Pennsylvania Railroad then. So Andrew Carnegie built a huge steel mill in Pittsburgh and called it Edgar Thompson Steel Works. Guess what? Who do you think George Edgar Thompson bought steel rails from? When Carnegie and George Pullman were battling each other for supremacy in the railroad sleeping car business, the Steel King again remembered the lesson of the rabbits. Carnegie said, "Good evening, Mr. Pullman. Aren't we making a couple of fools of ourselves?" "What do you mean?" Pullman demanded. Carnegie pictured in glowing terms the mutual advantage of working with instead of against each other. Pullman listened attentively, but he wasn't wholly convinced. Finally he asked, "What would you call the new company?" And Carnegie replied promptly, "Why, the Pullman Palace Car Company, of course." Pullman's face brightened. "Come into your room," he said. "Let's talk it over." That talk made industrial history. The importance of remembering people's name and using it in conversation is an instant way to make people like you. It is almost like the hidden key that not many people are aware of. So remember, the person's name is the most important sound for them. And until next time, be a badass, be an attractive man. Peace.